What's up, y'all? It's Phil, and it's time, you guessed it, for yet another update. Seems like that's all this channel does anymore. So unlike my short updates, this is not a isolation update. However, it is happening during that time. I'm not exactly sure when I'm going to post this. Hopefully things will have started to blow over by now, but we'll see. So I am in my trailer right now because I'm actually headed out to finish up installing some cabinet doors that I needed to finish, and then I'm going to be starting a new project. I did have a client that I was waiting to hear back from that I could start their project today. And they emailed me last night and said they're not comfortable having people in and out of the house, including myself. They've got grandkids at home and they're working from home and it's just too much right now, so let's revisit it in a month. They're not canceling, they're just bumping their project back. And ironically, I literally just got a text message from somebody wanting a built-in. So things aren't exactly stopping, you know, for me, which is good, because again, that word of mouth is still really out there. So instead of having a million people come to your home and give you, you know, 6 or 7 different quotes, people are calling and texting me directly because they heard about it from a neighbor or their neighborhood Facebook page. They know they can trust me, they know that I work alone, and so I'm still rolling along. It's slower, but I'm rolling along. But back to what's happening today. I called one of the clients that I have not gotten a deposit from, who hadn't really committed to doing some work yet, but she already texted me to see if anybody had canceled and to try and take advantage of the situation, which again is great, because if I was hurting for work, that would be an awesome thing to have. So since my current job canceled, I went ahead and texted her this morning and said, hey, I'd be happy to come out and start your project this afternoon if you'd be interested. And not only did she say yes, but she actually tacked on a laundry room. They have been redoing their laundry room, tried to DIY it. It is a disaster. She's not happy with it, and she doesn't want to pay somebody big money to come in that she doesn't know or trust. Not that she knows me all that better, but I did work in the house directly across the street from them. I've got rave reviews for the 4 projects I did in that house alone, plus their neighbor right down the street and the parents of the person across the street who live like on the opposite side in the same neighborhood. So a lot of people have recommended me to these wonderful people, and they just moved into this house about 3 months ago. Needs a lot of work, so I'm gonna get out there and go take a look at these projects. Hopefully I will still get the 2 pantries that I originally quoted her, because one of them is gonna be a really cool pantry conversion. The other's just a basic pantry redo. But laundry rooms are kind of nice, and so I'm hoping that I can really give them what they want in a budget that's going to fit what they're able to or willing to afford. So I've got the trailer packed. I have got the tools ready to go just in case they want me to go ahead and start today. I've got Yoshi sleeping in the cab of the truck. It's a little colder today, of course, because that's just always the way it goes in spring. It goes from 70 to 30 like that here in Tennessee. So it's about 42 degrees. It's kind of cold and nippy because it rained last night, so I'm hoping it's going to warm up. But I'm going to go and talk to the client after I install these doors and see exactly what she wants and hopefully get started on that project today. is awesome. I am super stoked about this. I actually really wanted this client because she had some really cool ideas, and they have a really cool home, especially in this neighborhood. It's one of the more unique homes in this neighborhood that I've done a lot of work in. So I was very excited for what she wants to do because I like having projects that aren't just like plain but beautiful. They're a little out of the ordinary, and I really, really appreciate that. So I'm excited to get started on this project. This is going to be home, and that means that I am in the shop the next couple of days. I have got some cabinet doors to make. I've got a countertop to make. I've also got some random other projects, like my parents brought me this dresser that I get to fix and paint for my son's room because the two of them are going to be in the room together, so they need a bigger dresser. And this is my brother's dresser from when I was growing up. So that's kind of cool, upcycling, all that jazz. I'm pretty stoked to be doing this project. Plus I'm making a coffee table out there. And I still got to figure out what the heck I'm going to do with this Murphy bed. So the next couple of days are going to be shop days, which means I get to put together the butcher block countertop, I get to do all the doors, and that's going to be pretty awesome. But before I go inside, I need to go ahead and change real quick because it is still during all this coronavirus garbage. So I did run some errands today. I have been in one client's house, but I like to decontaminate out here at the shop before I go into the house. So I'm going to go ahead and change real quick. So that is it for me today. I'm going to come out tomorrow morning and get started on all of these projects. Just like that, y'all, I am done, and I am super stoked on this project. This turned out amazing. I'm very excited about it, and I know that the customer is happy. They've already texted me and said they love it, so I cannot wait to see some like final pictures. I'll probably end up posting those on Instagram if I get those from her when they get them fully restocked and get everything fully set up. I will say two things about this project. One is that for a quick and easy project, I honestly did not expect it to go this well. Lately I've been having a lot of problems where I will say like, oh yeah, this will be a week and a half, you know, and next thing you know it's 3 weeks later and I'm still finishing it up while this client's calling me, while that client wants me to get started, and I'm still at my shop doing doors, plus I've got something else to catch up on, blah blah blah, the whole thing spirals into garbage town. Yes, that's a real place. But the point is that because of all of this slowdown, I have had the freedom to just breathe and relax. And that's good, because about 6 months ago, I didn't have any money, so I had a ton of projects, no money to do them with, and so getting caught up there and having my big project that gave me a nice boost of income and a nice influx of cash, that really helped get me out of that hump, and now, unfortunately, the economic slowdown is helping me for now. We'll see what it does in a couple months. But I was able to get this project done in 2 weeks and I think 2 days. I spent a lot of time here at the shop, and actually part of the reason I got done so late is because I did have to come back to the shop and fix and modify some of the doors. It took a little longer to get the glass than it normally does because of everything that's going on. And I forgot to measure and cut the hole for the extensions on the hoses and things that go into the washing machine. So with all that, I kind of kicked myself in the face because I cost myself a lot of extra days by making some simple mistakes. Hey, speaking of Instagram, go ahead and find me on there. It is at PMK Woodworking. You can also get me on Facebook at PMK Woodworking. That's my business page, and I'm even on Twitter every once in a while. Again, at PMK Woodworking. So find me on social media. Definitely hit me up if you do one of my DIY projects, or if you have an idea of something you would like to see me do, or if you just have a question. I'm happy to answer them. I answer them in the comments on here, but I also answer people on Twitter and Instagram all the time. And show off your work. I love to see what you guys are doing, and again, if you do one of my projects, I'm happy to feature it on my Instagram. But with that being said, I'm gonna go shoot some spray paint cans because I need to get this side area cleaned up. I want to get my kayak hung up, and I want to go ahead and just be done over there so I can move on to cleaning up other parts of the shop and finish my trailer. So, I will catch you guys on the next one. Well, that can was a little more full than I thought it was.